Welcome back, everybody, to yet another very special From Screen to Shelf review. I am Chase, one of the three beautiful souls that make up this wonderful channel, also known as Mr. Wallet Bully Extraordinaire. Here to talk about something that, after I'm talking about it, I had a lot of people hit me up saying that Possessor second sight set, definitely, they're going to be pulling the trigger on that one. So I might end up bullying your wallets a little bit further by talking to you today about the Green Room. Again, another released by Second Sight that came out right next to Possessor. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I am super stoked to talk about this one. This was a complete blind buy for me. We're going to dissect it pretty much the same way we did Possessor. This is the first time it has been presented on 4K UHD. So we're going to go over there to the unboxing booth, strip it down, take a look at the insides, come back over here, dissect the whole package, talk about everything from the presentation to the audio, all the way to the special features. So without further ado, we're going to head right on over there and then come back over here. See you soon. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful in every single way. That full slip is absolutely gorgeous in every single way. And then we're going to go over this more on the back of this right here. But just so people can pause and look at it super quickly. We're going to go and rip this open, take a look at the insides. White, as always. Gonna be the discs. And then the booklet, which this is the only thing I haven't checked out all the way, but I'm super excited to read this. And then let's see if I can get this out in less time than the last time, because I struggle with this on Possessor. Boom! All right. I want that as a poster. Amazing performance by Patrick Stewart. Sir Patrick Stewart, I apologize. Again, just absolutely killing it. And then Calum, absolutely just freaking laying out the role. Amazing packaging. Absolutely, I'm a massive fan of everything that they do here. Amazing work by the crew at Second Sight. Absolutely adore it. So yeah, we're going to head back right over there. We're going to go dissect this set and then go ahead and rate the entire package. Thank you. All right, everybody, welcome back. As you can tell, it's yet another absolute home run with the LE packaging that we saw over there. I have nothing but great things to say. Second Sight's little full slip editions like this absolutely get me going in all the right ways. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dissect Jeremy Saulnier's Green Room, produced by A24. This was a complete blind buy, like I said before, so I have nothing but high praises for this movie, from the special features to everything, to the entire package, as I typically do say about Second Sight. They put a lot of love into their releases. They make them for fans and for people like myself, where I didn't know I was going to become a fan. I just really absolutely loved this artwork, going through Letterboxd, checking out the community's reviews and stuff like that. It absolutely sounded like something up my alley, and again, it's A24, which I'm a big fan of a majority of the things that they do publish and produce and put out there into the world. So my thoughts on the movie itself, and then I'll get into the 4K presentation and the HDR and the audio mixing as well. So essentially, this is about like this, I believe it's called Alt something is the name of the punk band. Forget about it. They kind of mention it, or they mention it at the beginning. So it's like there's this punk band and everything like that. Then they go and perform at the show, and then they have this anti-Nazi song, and there ends up being Nazis or neo-Nazis in the crowd, right? So the coolest part about this is like everybody on there, Anton Yelchin, everything. I know his first name's Calum, the last name escapes me. I know it's right here, Calum Turner. Two of the band members out of the four, they actually play that music. That is actually them making the music on there. It sounds very punky, sounds really good. It's a really great score from beginning to end. Had a lot of good fun with that. And then without really going into much spoiler territory, they end up in the Green Room, which is essentially kind of like the waiting room for like band members, where they kind of chill, relax, decompose, or decompress and stuff like, not decompose, decompress and stuff like that. And they end up finding that somebody was murdered in there, just kind of on the spot. And so it ends up becoming this whole little like very claustrophobic, very like shot on location right here in this vicinity type of film, and it gets very anxiety inducing very fucking quick, like very much so. This movie had me gripping my seat, absolutely everything about it. I felt for the characters. They were very likable people. Very strong performances here. A little bit of an ensemble cast, not to the fullest degree, but you've got Imogen Poots, you've got Anton Yelchin, Caitlin Turner, and Patrick Stewart and Macon Blair in this movie. So quite the cast in this one. It just absolutely got me going in every which way. I'm going to give the movie a strong 9 out of 10 because it just really surprised me. I had a lot of fun, and I know that's higher than most other people out there would rate it, but it absolutely took me by surprise, already knowing that I probably would at least have some fun with this. This is going to become an annual rewatch. I already watched it twice, had a very good time with it. I definitely recommend at least getting the standard. If you're not a fan, I don't know if the LE as a package is going to be there for you, but since I became a fan, this is going to be something that's coming on and off the shelf for quite some time. So whenever it comes to the 4K presentation, it is an upscaled 4K. It was shot digitally, not on film, so it is upscaled, but it looks absolutely phenomenal with all the green tints, the forestry, everything like that. The greens really pop to the darks, the very claustrophobic scene, the very dingy club aesthetic and everything like that. It really just brings it out to a whole new level. Absolute eye candy in every single degree. There's a very, very, very strong point where like the lights go out and one of the characters flicks a lighter, and it just looks so good on an OLED. Like, it just absolutely brought out the best of the best in this world, and I just had a really good time. The HDR really does a lot of heavy lifting on this, and really what makes this being on 4K worth it. The sound design, I believe it is 5.1. There is no Atmos mix on this one, unless I'm absolutely just wrong, but no, it's a DTS HD master audio track. They sounded really good. It's a very music-inspired punk rock, everything like that. So it really has some really good highs, lows, and mids. So I don't think anybody with the right setup is going to be disappointed. Even if you're just using your TV speakers, I think you'll have a great time with it as well. So for the presentation and that aspect, I'm going to give it, again, another solid 9 out of 10. Of course, this isn't going to be a reference quality disc, even by modern digitally filmed films standards, right? So to the fullest degree, if you're a fan of this movie, this is an absolute must-have. A presentation that's an absolute must-have. No one's going to walk away disappointed by it. Everybody's going to have a really good time, and I definitely do find it kind of worth also the blind buy for a majority of people out there. If you're tuning into this, you might be the most mildly curious for at least the standard Amaray release. I don't know if this right here and the price that it carries is going to be what is going to get you going, but I absolutely find a very amazing film that was a little bit of ahead of its time, that's more relevant now than it was even then, which there's actually a special feature that goes into that. So without further ado, the special features on this disc, as always, absolutely love to go over this. So it does include a UHD that does have all the audio commentaries, all the behind the scenes features, and it does have a Blu-ray that is region B locked. So the audio commentaries by Reina Cervantes and Prince Jackson, another audio commentary by writer-director Jeremy Saulnier. Going Hardcore, which these next few are all made for this second site release, so these are new special features. Going Hardcore, a new interview with Jeremy Saulnier, which at first I was a little bit iffy because the dude kept kind of dogging his own movie, not like in the way where it was like, you know, this is a bad movie, but he really didn't think much would manifest out of this. You know, he seems like a very humble, nice guy, and, you know, just hearing him go down a trip down memory lane, which there's a part towards the end of the interview where he starts talking about Anton and gets very, very emotional. Rest in peace, Anton, as we know that he was crushed by an SUV that he was working on, and he passed away from us at a very young age of 26, maybe 27. Rest in peace to him, a very bright soul that was taken away too young, which absolutely almost brought me to tears just hearing how emotional he got talking about Anton. Everybody found him very special. So wish he was still here with us, but at least we have something like this that was made in memoriam of him. So then you have another one, punk rock, a new interview with actor Caitlin Turner. He's the lead vocalist for the punk rock band in here. You might be familiar with him from the Fantastic Beasts movies. He plays Newt Scamander's brother. If I remember correctly, I know him from The Crimes of Grindelwald, and the newest one. So he has about a 15-minute segment, again, here made just for the second site release, and again, in memoriam of Anton Yelchin. So absolutely everybody was inspired and touched by such a beautiful soul that, again, I can't say enough, was taken away from us too soon. Very, very good, very, very great special features. That one runs about 15 minutes, while the prior one runs just south of 25-30 minutes. Now, the other one is rocking out a new interview with composers Brooke and Will Blair. Those are actually the brothers of Macon Blair, which kind of has he has a little bit of a cult following. He's been in I believe, all of Jeremy Saulnier's movies so far. So that one was really cool to hear about the composition, how they all grew up together. They all knew Jeremy, and the three brothers, the Blair brothers. So that was really, really nice. Going Green, a new interview with production designer Ryan Warren Smith. That one was okay. A little bit of cool. Not a lot of energy from the guy, but you're just talking about the basic semantics of how the movie was filmed and how it was made. So then Nazi Punks Fuck Off, Thomas Caldwell on Green Room. That is yet another one. Maybe I've been overlooking some of these second sight special features, but this is yet another one, just like in Possessor, where he's not an actor in here, but he absolutely dissects the movie to the fullest degree. It's a very, very powerful message where, again, kind of like I said, that the movie was a little bit ahead of its time and even more so relevant to now, right? I don't really want to get into like the semantics of it. I highly recommend just watching it. If you know the movie, you probably already know the direction that I'm going in. I'm not here to share opinions, just facts with what's presented on here, but I do find it definitely a very powerful message presented by Thomas Caldwell, talking about how important this movie is now, more so than ever with the landscape of the world. So an archive featurette, Into the Pit, Making of the Green Room. That one was a little bit short. I said that pretty recently about another film that may or may not be out yet on that review, where there's another making of featurette, and it was a little bit short, and I kind of want those things to run a lot longer. But again, that's just me being a little bit picky. But for everything else that we get on here, absolutely incredible work on all of it. So absolutely, to the fullest degree, this is the best package that you're ever probably going to get for the Green Room. There might be a better restoration, but Second Sight, or in the future, there might be a better restoration in the future by somebody else, but Second Sight does the absolute most, does the absolute best. The Witch, to Possessor, to Texas Chainsaw, to Crimes of the Future. They make the best collector's edition sets out there, bar none. The only place that I put up there with them is Vinegar Syndrome, but that's a different category of films altogether, and that's also just a different type of casing, a different type of this, and a different type of that. So absolutely bombastic in every single way. This is an absolute yet another home run. I think Possessor just kind of edges this out. In the thumbnail it says Ellie of the Year. I'm not going to sit here and say that this is Ellie of the Year, but it definitely gives it a run for its money. If you're a bigger fan of this movie than you are Possessor, this might be quite so box set or Ellie of the Year for a lot of people out there. It's a lot of fun. It's a great time. So yeah, without further ado, the entire package, again, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 for a package for the special features. There's some absolutely emotional stuff in there that, if you're an Anton Yelchin fan and stuff like that, and you're a fan of Jeremy Saulnier and the few movies that he's done, you're going to be absolutely satiated with everything in here. You're not going to be hungry for more. Everything in here is made for the collectors in mind and the fans in mind as well, with yet another home run of a restoration with a great audio mix and a great Dolby Vision HDR presentation that's not going to leave anything to be desired. If you walk away with wanting more from this, then I recommend you probably read the booklet that comes in here that we showed over there on the unboxing table. But absolutely another home run by Second Sight to the fullest degree. They just absolutely kill the game, and I'm excited to see what else they come out with for the rest of the year. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to a very, very exciting episode of From Screen to Shelf. This is Chase signing out. Please make sure to go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know, even if you didn't get this, let me know what you think about the Green Room. Please, I'm bursting at the seams to talk to more people about this. See you guys soon.